That looks too... Yeah. Is that too zoomed in? Be honest. Yeah. Sure. Sure that I think it's too to the side. I got a phone. What kind of phone? For your birthday? What kind of phone did you get? My angling's a little weird. A little, yeah. Yep, this looks fine. It looks too zoomed in to me. But if I zoom it out anymore, it looks strange. A 15? iPhone 15? Hello, hi. It's never too much. Thank you. You get me. You totally get me. Thank you. No, I think this looks fine. This looks fine. I'm thinking too much about it. I think it looks okay. Yeah. It looks okay. It's okay. Anyway, hi everyone. Hello. Hello, hello. I read the title of the live and I said, no, definitely not. Oh, thank you so much. As long as your first answer wasn't, yeah, kind of, a little bit, she do be talking about them a little too much, then maybe I'm not talking about them enough. I gotta go. I'm playing Roblox with my friends. Tell your friends I said hey, and I hope you enjoy your games. No, I'm thinking. Well, no, I'll be honest, no. I think I talk about them just enough. It's just sometimes I think about like how many times in a day I mention anything about oneus and Soho. But oneus especially to even people like in real life, like, you know, like my locals and whatnot. How many times I'm talking about oneus? It's kind of a lot of times. It's like a good thing and a bad thing, and like at the same time. I talk about K-pop every single day. My boyfriend's already getting sick of it. Well, I mean, I think you can tell when someone's being really annoying about like when they're talking about something all the time, because it's almost quite literally the only thing they talk about all of the time. And like I like to consider myself pretty self-aware. So like I know when I think I'm talking too much about something, but I also feel like I do mention like oneus comes up at least once a day in like any of my conversations. At least once a day. Like I don't know. It's just kind of funny sometimes. Hi. Hey girl, hi. Welcome in everyone. Welcome in. I'm gonna promote here, someone buy me a coffee, please. Please. I mean, no, you don't have to. It's totally fine. How are you? And no, you definitely don't talk about them and him too much. Thank you for validating my worries and concerns. K-pop ruined my mind. I see a bunny when I go walking around my neighborhood. I say, hi, Joku. No, I'm saying that's kind of what happens to me too. Like anything I can relate to oneus, I will. I will. I love your hair. Thank you. Can you say hi, Owen? Hi. What's up, a loyal fan committed? That's how it's done. That is so true. That is so true. Like I said, there's pros to it because like now everyone knows about one. Like everyone around me, even people that I meet, like 3 days later, they will know about oneus because I talk about them all the time. And so like where I work, I'm pretty sure everyone there knows. Everybody that I work with knows I like oneus. But promoted, I'm here promoting, you know, to the regulars. So it's totally fine. And so I think on that aspect, it's like I'm promoting oneus. But on the other hand, it's like Could I go a few days without mentioning anything about oneus? I should try. I should try to go like 3 days without saying anything oneus related. Do you guys think I could do it? Be honest. Did you change your profile photo? Yes, I did. I actually feel like I'm talking about Hyunjin too much, and I feel like I'm annoying. That's how I feel. That's kind of why sometimes it gets into my head. I'm like, maybe people don't want me to be talking about oneus and Seoho that much. But I mean, sorry, I'm a big fan. That's all. Can you also please say hi? Hi. I'm just talking to my Australian friend on Discord. Oh, okay, period, yeah. Where are you from? I'm from the US. Don't call me. Don't say bad words. I didn't. I'm trying to practice a dance practice from Pentagon. Oh my gosh, which? Hello. Did you watch K-pop Demon Hunters? I did. And my I think my favorite song is What It Sounds Like. Like I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's my favorite. And then a really close second is Soda Pop. Buy me a coffee. Buy me a coffee and I'll even film it. I'm just kidding. Okay, hold on. I gotta pin this. Yup. And then I gotta go back over here. Yup. Can you please what? I liked, subscribed. Thank you. Your face, same. What? As a soccer player? 감사해요. 감사합니다. Even if it wasn't a compliment. I don't know. Did you know Ozzy Osbourne died today? Yes. And it was so tragic. I like found out with everyone. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I tried my best. I found out with everyone I worked with and we were all pretty sad. I totally get you. Oh, that wasn't even me. Sorry, I almost read your comment out loud. Sorry if my typing is bad. I have a cat on my lap. Oh my gosh, what's the cat's name? Can you say hi, Alyssa? Yes, hi, Alyssa. Baby Aquaman. I was wondering this whole time what she was gonna name her child, because I saw on TikTok that everyone was talking about what she was gonna name her kid, because the only hint she gave was that it was a movie. But I also learned that she tends to name her kids after movies anyways, because they have movie posters. Now I guess I was hoping that it wasn't something super crazy. And I think the most popular, Jesus, sorry. The most popular suggestion was Moses. I guess that's a movie, but I don't know. I was like, I don't know why she would name her kid something really normal. Learning to dance. Oh, you know what? I might have heard that song. Not sure. Bah. Christina, yeah. All the oneus energy you do. A door can open up. More on the what? Wait, what does that mean? More on the not like the guy at the concert. No, this is what I'm saying. This is exactly what I'm saying. If I promote oneus enough, all right, I don't know. Maybe something can happen. Not sure, you know? I heard about him too. My parents are huge fans of him. Oh, yeah, I know. He actually just did a concert not too ago. Sorry. I thought she would name him Jason, like Jason Momoa. Well, remember, they said the only hint she gave was that the name was a movie. Like it was 100% a movie, because I think her other kids are named after movies. I don't know. I didn't think it was gonna be something so. Respect to her, but something so I guess out of the ordinary. I'm not saying any more names. I'm so sorry. But I also wanted to learn Pentagon feeling like. I feel like I've heard that too. About a cat cafe. I want to go to a cat cafe. I know there's one kind of close to where I live, and I really want to go. I really, really want to go. But do I go by myself? Sorry. Do I go by myself to a cat cafe? Not that I wouldn't mind. I would not mind going to a cat cafe by myself. But I feel like if I have the knowledge of a cat cafe, that I should go with someone that also wants to go to a cat cafe. You know what I mean? I have to think about it. On the positive. Yeah, you're right. Adore. No, I can't talk about that right now. But I will say I do think that all this oneus promo I do, especially on YouTube, has promoted me in some good ways. Okay, that's all I can say. The yawning counter starts out. I know. What the heck? That. The cats think I'm a cat. Oh, they've adopted you. I mean, even if you go by yourself, that shouldn't matter because you have the cats. I know. That's what I'm saying. I would not mind going alone because it is also a cafe. So, like, I could go, you know, and get, like, a drink or whatever they have there and also hang out with the cats. But I'm just saying there might be somebody that I know, or a few people, I don't know, that might not know of this cat cafe that maybe want to go. So then we can go as a unit. You feel me? You're an army? No. Can you give my sister a shout out? Shout out to your sister. I'm more of a dog person than a cat person. Oh, really? That's valid. That's actually really valid. I think I'm definitely more of a cat person, but I think it's because, not to get all like, is it philosophical? I don't know what the term is. I think I like that cats kind of have their own boundaries. Not to say dogs don't, but I think dogs require a lot of attention from the people that have them. What the heck? I'm trying to tell this story without yawning. I think dogs just require a lot more attention. They're kind of like kids. All right, and I mean, no hate to kids. Not saying I don't like kids, but I think I just like that cats are a little bit more autonomous in their daily lives. You know? Like, they pick and choose what they want to do when they want to do. And so for half of the day, they're not really bothering you. Is that... I think I just like how low maintenance they are compared to dogs. And so I think I would have more cats. Get a cappuccino. Okay, what is a cappuccino though? Can't tell you why I'm tired all of a sudden. I'm not. I want to live with this cat. Are they like the cats that like live there at the building permanently, or are they like adoptable? Because I know some cat cafes, they make all of the cats adoptable. So that if you do fall in love with a cat at the cat cafe, you can just take it home. Hi, girly. Hi. My sister fights cats. I'm saying. I remember when my black lab, she was named Teddy, and I taught her how to give me paw. Oh my god, I'm trying not to yawn. I'm really trying not to yawn. This is goofy. I'm not tired either. I miss her. We had to put her down in the beginning of last year because she's like, no, I'm so sorry. She's just getting old. Oh, well, at least she lived a good life, I think. Hey, hi. At that cafe, why not grab one? No, I'm serious though. What is a cappuccino? Like, how is it made and what does it consist of? Because I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really know much about coffee and like different types. Does that make sense? Let me tell you a little bit of like a story, lore, backstory. I used to be a coffee hater for the longest time. Now, I would kind of consider myself still kind of a coffee hater because there's only like a certain type. Oh my god, I'm punching myself in the face. There's only like certain kinds of coffees and coffee ways of making coffee that I like to drink. The other ones though, I probably wouldn't drink them because I don't necessarily like coffee. But before I like got into drinking coffee at all, I used to just not like it in general. Didn't like it. I think how I got into drinking coffee was how old was I? I was not that old, maybe like 19. I tried my best. I tried my best to hold that in. I don't know why I didn't. So I was like 19 or 20. And my friend, I think she was into drinking coffee at this point, but she would only get the blended drinks. Specifically the Frappuccinos from Starbucks. And so she would get those, and we used to tell her all the time, like, I don't like coffee. I don't like coffee. I don't like coffee. But one time she asked me to try her drink. She's like, you should just try it. Like, you can't taste coffee at all. So I tried the Frappuccino. It's actually the vanilla bean Frappuccino. And if anyone knows anything about the vanilla bean, it's like, there's no coffee taste to it at all, I'm pretty sure. So I tried the vanilla bean, and I'm like, wait, you're right, this is good, because there's absolutely no coffee taste in the vanilla bean Frappuccino. So I'm like, oh my gosh, maybe I like coffee. So I keep getting a vanilla bean Frappuccino from this moment on. I'm like, every time we come here to Starbucks, I'm gonna start getting that. So I start ordering this Frappuccino, but I don't know why. Maybe one day, some random day, I may have decided to just randomly get like a macchiato. Jesus Christ, I'm sorry. I'm really trying my best not to yawn. I'm sorry. Anyways, I think I just, like on a whim, said I'm getting a caramel macchiato. So I drink it, alright, and I think I don't blend it first. And I was like, this is disgusting. Oh my god. And so I blended it together because, you know, a macchiato, I'm pretty sure it's like the espresso's on top and the creamer's on bottom. Or is it the other way around? Whatever mixture it is. I mix it together and I drink it and I'm like, wait. This is kind of good though. And so... So I start like, I kind of start just trying like different drinks, but not the really strong ones. I was still trying the Frappuccinos. I went and tried like a caramel. What do they call it at Starbucks? The caramel crunch? Something. It has all those crunchy things on the top. The Frappuccino, that caramel Frappuccino. And I was like, this is good. And then I started adding, well, you can't add them at Starbucks, but, I'm trying to remember how this timeline even went because I slowly started drinking coffee up until I found this other coffee place. It's kind of like Starbucks, but a little bit more local. And they make really, really good blended drinks. I actually still get my coffee from there if I'm drinking coffee. If I decide to drink coffee that day, I get it blended, and I get it from this specific place because I love their blended coffee. And I started adding like an extra shot of espresso. So now that's how I get my coffee. But it was kind of like an acquired taste, you know? But I'm also the type of person, when I find something that I like, I tend to just stick to it for the most part, like 90% of the time. Sometimes I'll like step out and try something different, but I tend to stay with what I know that I like. And so when it obviously comes to coffee, I found the one that I liked and never tried anything else. So I don't really know anything about other things. I know a latte. I know frappuccino. I don't know what a cappuccino is. Um, or whatever else they call everything. Not sure. Espresso and steamed milk. Is that a cappuccino? I hate coffee. I used to like coffee, but then my taste changed, and now I hate coffee. I go to Starbucks, but only for their hot chocolate. They have the best hot chocolate. See, I've never gotten hot chocolate from Starbucks. Actually, I got a free cat. Those are pretty popular at Starbucks. You mean the frappuccinos? Hi, hello. Can you say no? I can't. Yeah, anyway, so I get my coffee blended only. I'm trying not to yawn. Unless they don't have blended coffee, then I'll get a latte. That's like my last resort. Because a latte is just, or like an iced latte. Because it's just your coffee with ice. It's like, you know, the step down from blended. The next step after. This only happens to me here and there because like I should say everywhere in America, they tend to have blended coffee no matter where you go. Now I say in America because when I went to Korea, all right, I have a severe horrendous caffeine addiction. And there's a specific kind of like energy drink that I have regularly. And I knew they did not have this energy drink in Korea, okay, because obviously they just wouldn't. So I'm like concerned about how I'm gonna like keep up with my caffeine intake in Korea. And the only thing I could think of was like, well, I know they have coffee. They have coffee everywhere. I feel like, so like traveling outside of the US really makes me realize how goofy Americans are about caffeine. We drink so much caffeine on a like, and it's like normal to everyone, that it looks insane to everyone outside of the US. Okay, now I've only been to Canada and Korea, but the fact that both of these places don't have the same kind of caffeine as as America, I'm like, brother, I think we have a problem. So I go to Korea and I'm like, I need coffee because I know it has caffeine in it. And but this is where I was like, my issue was that they didn't have blended drinks there. They actually did not have blended drinks at all. They had iced drinks and hot drinks. But I don't drink hot coffee because I don't like it. And so I had to get iced coffee, but at the same time, there wasn't enough caffeine in it for me to feel ready for the day. It was a little bit of a low caffeine intake. So I think for the last 2 days, I resorted to drinking Monsters, which I don't like. I should have went for the Red Bull, but I don't know why I didn't. At the time, I was like, I'm gonna drink a Monster, and then didn't like it. Tend to stay, not much for experimenting other drinks. No. So that's what I mean, like 90% of the time. Because I will try like another drink here and there, but most of the time, I will just stick to what I know that I like. Because my fear is I'm gonna spend, coffee's like $8 these days. I'm gonna spend $8 on a coffee because I want to try it. I try it and it's disgusting. And now I've wasted $8 on something that I cannot drink because it's gross. Whereas I could have spent my $8 on something that I knew that I liked and got my $8 worth, you know? That's kind of my mindset with different things. I got the cat at the cafe. Oh my gosh. Period. You know what? We're just gonna um I heard that in 17 the members Woozy and Hoshie are going to the military in September. Yeah, they're going together as a unit. Miranda. Yeah, no, I've changed my name to Christina. I am now Christina. Yep. Monsters. I know. I don't necessarily like monsters. I think I've tried enough flavors of Monster to know that I don't like it. It's not good. I think I like Red Bull just a little bit more, but like not that much more. I heard they're going to mandatory military. Yeah. Yeah. They all have to. I feel like I don't even know who you are anymore. Okay, you know what? All right, times have changed. We have grown as people, and I have decided to be Christina. Okay, and I would appreciate if we respected my change of name. You like coffee, right? Have you tried Vietnamese coffee? Okay, oh, this is literally the whole story I was saying. I was like, I don't really like coffee. I don't like it enough to like try different things, I think. I like it just a little bit. How do you feel about the race change community? I don't think that really should be a thing, low-key. You look even less like a Christina than her. Okay, but what if I like the name Christina? What if? What if? You mean your wishes respected? Yes. I would like to have my wishes respected. Thank you. Yeah. I changed races once. What the heck? Realized I couldn't do a marathon, so I changed to a 5K. Oh. You had us there. You truly had us there. No, I'll be honest. Not to be all controversial and whatnot. Levi Acker, oh my god. Hello. But there are some things, I think, that just should not be a thing. Now, I'm pretty sure, like trying to change your race, especially to one that you're absolutely not at all, it's just one of those things that, like, how would I say? Should almost be like a joke, like not a real thing. But there are people out there who make it like a real thing. Like, I don't know. Like, how does that make any sense? Have you watched K-pop Demon Hunters? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Did you bring Mikasa with you? Yeah. Where's she at? I agree. Thank you. I'm rewatching the K-drama My Demon again. This will be the second time I watched it. You know what? I love shows that like you can rewatch and not get tired of. There's like maybe 3 or 4 shows that I did that with, like K-drama specifically. One of them is Strong Woman Do Bong Soon. I think I watched that 3 times, and I could watch it a 4th because I think it's just so good. But I think what I like about that drama is their romance. I love their little their romance storyline, because I think, like, ideally in a perfect world for me, I would love for like a romance of mine to play out the way that theirs did, because it's like so playful, but it's like also so, it's like, how would I say, it's really just cute. Like, they're very like loving to each other, but they're also really, really playful with each other. But they can also like separate themselves and go be their own people, and then like come together, like, you know, again, and just be like lovey-dovey. I don't know. It's like a perfect ideal. Just an ideal. I watched this Thai Veal over and over again. I love it and still do. Oh, you know, interesting. I at least watched Love in the Air 5 times, maybe 10. I'm saying those are good shows though, the ones that you can rewatch over and over. I was gonna say something and I totally forgot. I totally forgot. Oh, I was gonna say something about Mikasa. Okay. Mikasa or however you say her name. I think I'm gonna just be really, really honest here. Mikasa was like the first fictional female character that I had a slight girl crush on. Just because I thought she was really cool. Because not only did I want to be her, because she's just so cool. She's so cool. Not only did I want to be her, but every time I see her, like I saw, you know, in like doing whatever she did, I was like, man, she is just so cool that I feel like I have just a slight, I have a slight crush on her, low key. But she's like the first like fictional character, the first fictional female character, I feel like, that I've thought that about. She's just extra cool. I would love to be her. I would love to even just be her friend. Be in the vicinity of her. Oh my god. Play out one of your romances, need to hire actors. An actor for my romance? You know what? Probably. That's probably the only way. The only way that I could probably get that ideal, like, relationship romance kind of stuff. Because Lord knows that most of the people out here, like, that would not happen with. So yeah. Anyways. How come they're... Oh, because I banned him. My bad. My bad. Because I'm done hiding now. It goes higher than that, but I don't know. Like I'm born to be you. Do you have any alt K-pop group? What do you mean alt? What do you mean by that? What does that mean? Cause I'm done hiding, now I'm shining like I'm born to be. Mikasa and Erin's characters are what got me into anime, just crazy well written so that viewers can relate to their emotions, even though we obviously can't relate to them. You know what? That is so true. I think that's why I liked Attack on Titan so much. Because it did feel like all of the characters had depth. And that's kind of why... How would you say? It did make me want to watch more anime. But like I said, like for some reason I can't sit and watch an anime. Like, I don't know. Like, I try so many times. I literally try. I'll sit down and I'll start watching it, and then I get, like... It's just I'm not interested in watching it, even if it is interesting. Well, I don't know. Maybe they're just not interesting to me. Because I watched Attack on Titan. I binge-watched that, actually, a few times. Other groups you stan? Oh. Yeah, I actually stan a lot of other groups. Aside from oneus. I really like We I. I like IVE. I like Ascent. And kind of like my OG K-pop groups are EXO and Girls' Generation. And who else? Is that it? That might be it. I'm back. My phone died. Oh, welcome back. You banned that guy? What do you do? Yeah, he kept saying, can you say hi? Or can you, shout out this person and say this person and all this and just wouldn't stop. Hi, it's me again. Hello. Wi-Fi crashed? Oh god, they're out to get you. Tell them to stop. Tell them to not do that. How does it go? It's stuck in my head and I don't even know how it goes. Cause I'm done hiding, now I'm shining like I'm born to be. We dream in heart, we came so far. Now I believe we're going. Hi, hello everyone. The guy who's annoying, yeah, low key. Did you get those flights? No. No, I didn't. So, I don't remember if you remember the dilemma that I said that I was the dilemma I would have if I bought the concert ticket at the time that I did. Basically, I'm in that dilemma right now. So, I think I remember saying that if I bought that concert ticket at that time, that I would have to wait to get the flights until, like, now. But I was too scared to get them now because the prices would go up because the trip is actually in 2.5 weeks. It's in 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I'm leaving in 18 days. And I feel like to get flights, I guess it's still kind of early enough so that they're not crazy expensive, but like I have to get them now. Like I have to get them like right now. And they're a little bit more expensive than obviously if I would have bought them 2 weeks ago. But like there's just nothing I can do now. Like I have to get them this week regardless of how expensive they are. So I didn't get the flights, but I will. Can you make a heart with your hands? Thank you. You bring the cat I got for free is sleeping. Oh. I was saying that I still need to watch. Oh, it's Tybee and I still need. Oh, okay. Really good at singing. Thanks. So you're selling tote picks? You don't have a flight, it's in 18 days. No. Okay, so my dilemma is that I have my flights. I don't have my flight home, but I have my flight to get there and then to get to Nashville. So I have to get the flight to come back home. But I have my flights, but I have to buy my sister's. And that was like the whole issue I had a couple weeks ago was I have money to get the ticket that I want, but I also have to buy my sister's flights. So I don't have her flights yet. But I'm gonna have to get them. Like, you know, like there's just nothing I can do. I have to get them regardless of how expensive they are. Where are you from? I'm from the US. Crazy expensive. I figured they would price down. I mean, that's kind of like how flights work. Like the closer you get to the day that you're gonna fly out, the more expensive they are. And I knew that, but that's the risk that I took by buying my concert ticket instead of the flights. So, my cat's watching the live. I'll tell your cat I said hi. Definitely buy her flights there before you worry about getting back. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not too concerned. I get, for some strange reason, I'm not concerned about getting back, which I should be. But it's just getting there. Like I definitely need to like get there at least. I watch many Thai dramas. Oh, they always fall for a restart mechanic every time. Yeah, a lot of the same like genres tend to be all kind of the same plot, I think. I would just not bring my sister. I mean, that's kind of, it's valid. I think let me try to defend my case here because even though I think I'm stressed about having to pay for all of her stuff too. If I was just paying for my, like, all of my expenses, I would be covered. I would be covered. I would just have to, like, save up for the hotel prices, but, like, that's not too bad. But it's that I have to pay for hers, like, all of her expenses too, which is what's making it a little stressful because, like, that's, like, double the expenses that I have to pay for, which is why I'm trying to fundraise. Buy me a coffee, please. But I don't know, like, at the end of the day, like, she's my sister, and she's my younger sister, and I just kind of think that, like, to me, it's just such a natural thing, to kind of just do that for her, you know, regardless. I don't know. That's my excuse. Can I be freaky? No. I sub, thank you. We talked about that. It would be a better experience if you share it with someone. Yes. Did I tell you about the other update? Maybe I'll have to talk about that as well. TXT is also touring, and the North America dates haven't been released, but I'm praying they don't go to Georgia, my wallet. They probably will. They'll probably go to, what's their favorite place to go to? Hello, hi. It didn't even click that she's younger. She'll live the experience with you. Yeah, I think that's kind of, you know, if I don't, well, no, I think I still would. If the roles were reversed and I was the younger sister and I had, like, an older sister that I had to do all these things for, I think maybe I would still do it. But it's hard to, like, think about that dynamic because it's, like, a dynamic that I have no experience in. I do not know what it's like to have an older sister. Like, I have an older sister, but she's much older and we spent, like, our entire lives apart. Like, she lived somewhere else for a majority of her life. Like, I only see her, like, maybe a couple times a year. So, like, I don't have kind of, like, somebody older than me in my life. And, so, like, I wouldn't really know if I would appreciate, like, you know, having to do that for an older sister. But I feel like I would, just based on what I know about how younger sisters feel about their older sisters. Because I know as an older sister to, like, younger sisters, I always feel like I want to just take care of them all the time, you know, and, like, I just want them to have the best things and, like, the best experiences, even if it's at, like, my expense. Because, like, I don't know, just kind of how I feel. So, yeah. I don't have a good relationship with my sister. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Your excuse you needed. Yes, I have to defend my case because I know sometimes it sounds kind of crazy. What other update? Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. Let me tell you. Mostly State Farm Arena. Yeah. I was like, they like to go to Atlanta for some reason. I was legit typing how it would be different dynamic when you said that. Oh. Yeah, no, she's definitely younger than me. Natural beauty, cute and dressed conservative. You mean me and my sweater? Here I am just comfortable and it's conservative. I'm watching from my fridge. Your what? You my non-existent man. The man I don't have. Anyways, okay, so an update. I thought I talked about this. I guess I didn't. So when oneus first announced their tour, I told my pal, like, immediately. I was like, oneus is going on tour. I was like, I have to go. And I know I worded it because this is something I've been trying to do with my pal anyways, because towards, like, the end of last year, I started feeling bad about, not to make it sound, like, mean, but I felt bad about always including her in my trips. Because I would be like, I want to go here, we should, like, I would always say, like, we, you know, and I started to think that was, like, every time I said we, it was kind of just, like, including her in the trip regardless. And there was an instance last year that made me kind of realize / think that maybe she didn't want to be going on like these trips with me. Or not with me, but just in general, like maybe she didn't want to go on the trips. But she's somebody who has like a hard time like letting, I don't say letting people down. She has a hard time telling people no, and kind of like doing things for herself. Like she'll always try to do it for other people. So I'm, like after like this whole like incident happened and I started to realize, I was like, well, um like she definitely didn't tell me she didn't want to go on this trip, but she sort of waited until the very, very last minute to where it was like, oh, suddenly I can't go. It's like a week before like the trip. And so I'm like, okay, so it started making me think that maybe me trying to include her in all these trips was like putting too much pressure on her because she doesn't like to set the boundary of like, I don't want to go. Um, and I guess I don't really like that kind of communication. So I went on the trip by myself because I was like, well, I'm gonna go because I want to go. And after that, I'm like, well, maybe I should stop saying, like, trying to just like automatically include her in the trip. Maybe I should just kind of let her come to the decision herself of like, oh, I want to go, and I would love to go on this trip. So all of the trips after that, I had started sort of planning. Like I would always just say, I'm gonna go on this trip, or I want to go on this trip. And I kept kind of giving like the option of like, if you want to go, you're more than welcome to. And I could tell like after a while she started being like, why would I not want to go, But the same thing happened in April when we were going to go to One Wee. She kind of didn't say anything until the very last minute. But the very last minute, instead of saying, oh, sorry, I can't go, or I don't want to go, the very last minute, like 4 days before we're supposed to drive to go see One Wee, she's like, I know it's really late, but I would still really love to go. And I'm like, well, I had already mentally planned this trip to like go by myself. I actually went with my sister, but I was like, I'm already mentally planning to like, like I've already planned this trip without you in it. Like I don't know how I could just like kind of, it made sense in my brain at the time. Okay. Anyways, so the oneus tour gets announced. Same thing kind of happens. I'm like, I'm gonna go for sure. It's like, if you want to tag along, you're more than welcome to. She's like, of course I want to go. Like I want to see oneus, because like she's always seen oneus on their tours with me. So she's, I'm telling her, I'm like laying out all the details. I'm like, I want to go to this and do this and go on these days and get these. And she's like, yeah, I'm so down. I'll, like I want to do all of it. Anyways, I don't want to say last second, but kind of maybe like a few weeks after we like secured our tickets to the concert and all this stuff, and we're like planning kind of flights and hotels and all this stuff, she says, she's like, hey, so all of a sudden I can't go to one of them. I can only go, or yeah, because we're gonna go to two. She's like, I can only go to one. I can't go to the other. And I understand it on her, like from her perspective, because like she has to go do like a professional thing instead. And so I'm like, okay, yeah, that's totally fine. I don't really mind. I'm trying. Oh yeah, okay. Like if I share it with someone, right? But I don't know. I think it kind of just adds on to the fact that like, I don't know. Like, am I putting too much pressure on other people to always be going on these trips? Because like, I don't mind at all, but that's me because I like to travel and I don't really care about like what it takes to go. But other people don't feel the same. So it kind of really just makes me think, like, maybe I genuinely, for real, should just start going on these trips by myself. And, like, if other people want to go, like, they're going to have to just start telling me, like, straight up. They're going to have to just be like, hey, I want to go with you. Let me come with. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that's totally fine. But I think I need to just stop being like, hey, do you want to come? Like, I have to stop asking people to go with. I have to just let them tell me they want to go. Anyways, rant over. Rant over. Every time I hear a tour announcement for any K-pop group, my gut turns into knots, and I say in my head, you're kidding me, please, no more tours. See, honestly, I've just kind of stopped caring about K-pop tours just because they're becoming so oversaturated. Like, I'm really only going to the groups that I truly care about, which is why I'm going to oneus, but I'm not going to any of the other K-pop tours that are happening. I don't care. I'm not going. You will not catch me there. Ah. She's grown too. If she doesn't want to go, she needs to say that. If you're presenting as an option without pressuring her to go, you're not doing anything wrong. Well, see, that's what I'm saying. It's like I only recently started doing that. Because last year it was like I felt like, but this is just, I think, I'm not sure. Because last year we were like having that situation where I kept saying, I would word it as like, oh, we should go to this and we should go to that. And I'm wondering if she took it as like she was kind of being forced into all these trips. Like she just couldn't say because I kept saying, we should do this and we should do that and whatnot. I don't know. And so I just recently started after last November. I started kind of wording all of my trips as like, I'm going to go to this and I want to go to that and like I want to do this and like, you know, or like if you want to come, like you're more than welcome to, and kind of presenting that as an option. But yeah. But whenever other groups from K-pop tour, they go to Atlanta or Duluth. Yeah, Duluth, that's what I was thinking of. I was like, it's somewhere in Georgia. If it was any uncomfortable pressure at all, I think your pal would speak up. She's not a hero. Well, see, that's the thing, though, is that she definitely does not like confrontation. And she also, I guess it's something that bothers me about, like, how she kind of views our friendship. Because, like, we've been friends for such a long time that I would love to think that she would be able to tell me things and not worry about, like, how it makes me feel or anything. Because, like, we're friends. Like, I like to think that she knows me enough to know how I would act and react to certain things. And, I mean, I prefer direct, I don't want to say direct communication, but I love when somebody's like telling me something and like it's just so clean and like clear and just, you know, kind of what I mean by direct. Like there's like I don't have to like decode what somebody's telling me. Like all of the words coming out of your mouth are just completely and 100% understandable, and it leaves no room for like misunderstanding. That's my favorite part about my favorite thing when people do is that they just say something and they don't try to sugarcoat it with anything. And like I said, we've been friends for such a long time that I assume that she knows that I'm just that kind of person. Like I'll even ask if something sounds unclear to me, I'll ask more questions to make it like as clear as it can possibly be. But I don't do it in like a mean way. It's like I'm kind of it's like in a curious way to like where I can just get down to like what we're talking about. But she still tends to kind of do that to me where she'll say things in a very, very vague way, a very like sugar-coated way, kind of like in like a not so clean cut way, and it just kind of bothers me because then things like this happen, you know, where she's kind of afraid to say something and then it kind of causes issues later. Not too sure. I wanted to go to the Stray Kids tour, but tickets were so expensive. That too, and tickets are just so bad these days. I'm a multi-stan, so every group is painful for me. No! You sound fine to me. You can't do anything about how you've said it before, so just make sure from now on you're not pressuring and being clear that she's invited to come but not expected to come. Yeah, see, that's what I'm doing now. I think after kind of realizing that it felt like, um, especially because that one specific time, I kept saying, like, we should do this and we should do that, like, on this trip that we were planning to go on. And she kept saying, yeah, like, would love to do that. And then waited until a week before this trip happened. She was like, hey, so I can't go anymore. It's like, but I feel like you knew this whole time that you didn't want to go or that you couldn't go. So, like, why didn't you say that when you knew and you waited until a week before? I think she just, it felt like she was waiting until, like, there was absolutely nothing that could be done. And I didn't like that. And so now I'm trying to, like, give so much time in advance for her to drop out at any given point, just so it's not the week before. That would be great. Someone trying to harm you wouldn't be hanging out coughing out loud. Oh, are you talking about the intruder? Oh, sorry. Not an intruder. Not an intruder. Decode? That's what? You mean like woman talk? See, not to get so, what is the word I'm looking for? So I was raised by a single father. Okay, and I'm the eldest daughter. So I like to think that I was raised kind of the same way that a son would be raised. That's just my position in this family. Okay, as the oldest child, especially by a single father, I was raised in the same way as a son. And so sometimes I think that I have very like masculine ways of thinking. And so like kind of when it comes to that is like I do not like decoding what someone's saying. I hate it so bad. But then again, I don't know if it's because I was raised by my dad or if it's because my dad's just this kind of person anyways. He's also somebody who doesn't like things like vague and kind of like so windy, because he always told me and my siblings growing up, he's like, if you want something, you need to just say it. Like, you need to just say what you want and say what you mean, or don't be trying to add all these extra words. And so like I feel like with that kind of mindset, being raised on that mindset, that's the same mindset that I have, because it's like really simple. Like when you tell somebody just exactly what you mean without adding anything to it or trying to like spare their, no, I don't want to say spare their feelings, because like I don't like hurting people's feelings either. I don't say things in a mean way or a blunt way or anything. Like I still try to say it really nicely and really politely, but I still also say it very precisely. So I think I just kind of prefer that type of talk. The concerts I went to so far are 17, TXT, Green Day. Oh, my boyfriend dragged me to Green Day. Oh, okay. You know what? That's okay. At least you go to both. I almost feel like she's a bit those ways. I think you should be upfront with her or unfriend her. Well, no, she's not a bad friend. Okay, she's definitely not a bad friend. It's just her communication, I think, is it's just I wish she would just be more assertive with the way that she talks, because it's not just with me. Like she doesn't do that with just me. She does that with everybody, because I can tell that she doesn't really want to like hurt people's feelings. And something else, she's just not very assertive though, and it's the one thing that bugs me about her. I'm like, I wish you would just lock in. I wish you would just be confident in what you know and be confident in what you think and just say it out loud. And if you're wrong, just be like, oh, my bad. I didn't know, you know? Maybe that's what. She kind of leaves room for like, in case she's wrong. And it's like, double down. I will say everything like it's right until somebody tells me I'm wrong. And then when they tell me wrong, I'm like, oh, like my bad, I didn't even know. Like now I'm corrected and now I know. So maybe it's just a me thing. I don't know. Definitely valid observations. You know, she's like that though, and she's probably not going to change. So I'd try to give her grace and just plan for her to be wishy-washy. I think that's kind of what I'm thinking about this oneus tour. Because I know she wants to go, but also I kind of am also expecting for. Not gonna lie, you give off had a father. Very positive. Thank you. Thank you. My mom didn't really help me emotionally, so I had a stronger connection with my dad, so I relate to you. I was gonna say, I had my dad in my life because he's the one that raised me, but I did not have my mom. She wasn't really around. So I think kind of where my flaw lies is I'm not as emotionally receptive. Is that what it is? I do think I'm a little harsh sometimes when it comes to like emotions. Just a little. Because of that though, because I wasn't really, you know, like I was raised by my dad. He's a man, so like emotions to him like are not really existent. It's a human thing guys do, not just grief. Fair. Yeah, no. That is so true. Woman code talk. Men have to go through the trouble of decoding that talk, the underlying message. I'm saying I hate that talk though. I hate when people do that. I don't mind if they're trying to say it in a nice way and like they don't want to like you know, they don't want to be mean about it. I totally get it. I just hate though when like they're saying like the most foreign thing to try to get their point across. And it's like, if you're trying to get this point across, why not just say the point instead of trying to like say something totally different? Like just say what you mean. I don't know. I think Green Day and the Doobie Brothers were in Atlanta. It was summertime. Oh my god, I want to go to an outside venue so bad. So badly. Oh my god. My dream. What's your favorite food? I think it's gotta be potatoes. I think I like potatoes the most. My sister's like that. She's blunt and doesn't like sugarcoating anything.